Hey guys, Banana Luck here and welcome back to another Watch Out Rounds video. So I thought pretty long for this video whether I should make one because as you can see Immortal Codex resets every day and we still managed to clinch SS plus. I think yesterday when I recorded the video it was just SS and we did a lot of strategizing and you can see from the battle records went for about 124k all the way up to 133k now. So very fine-tuned tweaks. We did level up Volca for this already, so that pretty much like shows how determined we are to get this done. And yeah, I think without further ado, let's get into the run soon. But before we get into that, just want to say that I'm really happy that this rewards are daily, and also you get the ranking rewards daily. So judging from my server, looks like I'm getting like 4 out of 5 of the ancient crystal per day. So if this goes on for like, I don't know. Okay, so this runs for only 1 more day, right? So after that, this runs for 4 days, 5 days. Okay, I mean, next one's the healing one, will be interesting. I don't have the best healers. I mean, not say I don't have the best, but I don't have people like Aelin or Sadie. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. But let's get into this. I'm gonna stop at some points in time just to share the strategy and the thought process, and also at the end showcase the gear. But let's get into this. So I'm a fealty gun enjoyer. I put him fortunately during one of the first ancient events on the server actually. So yeah, I've been putting him into much better use recently for endgame content, and Immortal Codex is one of them. So let's get into it. Cyrus looks really cool in design. It would be wacky if we put him. So we're gonna put Valkyra here. And couple of things. So one reason why I put Valkyra is so that he should be in range to revive Aatrox later on, and you'll see why that's important when we look at her skills later. And that's Aatrox. Then the next thing is that we're gonna place Talon down next. I want him to get a couple of hits in. Reason being that so that he can proc his ultimate earlier on. And I have him on Soulbound Arcana, so having those earlier procs really makes a lot of difference. But on the other hand, I can just slap gun down here now. Yep, like you can see Aatrox is demolishing the first few waves. Yeah. Even Talon doesn't really get the chance to do any basic hits in. Except for that first wave and over here now. Yep, see that doesn't latch on. Are we gonna possibly get... Nope. Yep, we have to wait for the next wave. Okay, now I'm gonna slap Volca down. That's fine. And just gonna let this run as usual. Can pop Valkyra's ultimate, that's fine. Though it's not really as important. I think the first few waves you must understand for this Immortal Codex is that it's so easy to clear that a single Aatrox can take care of it. So it's important to know when to time. For example, when to put Cerberus down. As you can tell by now, I haven't placed him down at all. And you can see that Aatrox, despite his passive, his ultimate actually, reducing 1 HP per second. Having that Soul Drainer artifact on him, I forgot what it's called now, that just allows him to self-sustain so well. You can just see the amount of heals that he's getting. So yeah, that's an important reason why this strategy works so well. And more on Valkyra's, one of her skills later on why it makes Aatrox so bad. So you'll see later that Aatrox is going to be our MVP for this entire showcase. Slap Talon's ultimate down. And then use Valkyra's ultimate as well. Good so far. I mean, these waves get progressively stronger, so yeah, it's important to see when, you know, to put things in so that you get the maximum damage before you get overwhelmed. Because in my opinion, I do feel that the overwhelming bit comes quite early on. You can see Aatrox is about to die. Yep, and Valkyra revives him. And gonna slap Cerberus down at this point. And I'm gonna use Valkyras out here again. You can see the Aatrox died, but that's fine. First respawn, he's gonna come out really quickly. And having Volca does reduce that respawn time, so it does help a bit. And I'm gonna slip Aatrox back at the same direction. I just need to watch things here because HP is about to drop really quickly. It's annoying that these damage numbers are overlapping everything. Okay, so about one third health left. I'm gonna pop Cerberus out. This is gonna die quite soon, honestly. Is he not fighting pretty well? But okay, there we go. So now we can slap Aatrox down. And let's pop these two folks ultimates as well. You can see already on S plus now, but this is where things get overwhelmingly tough. And let's hope we can get 2 more waves of ultimates in. Aatrox dies again. Nothing to be overwhelmed about. Quite normal. And see, okay, SS plus. War's about to break really soon. Hey, nice. I think we broke a high score. It was 133k earlier. Now it's 134. Yep, new record and updating data. So yeah. And let's look at stats here, right? So I don't know how people are making Cerberus the MVP. I can't seem to do it. I think it's got to do with artifact levels and skill ups. But Aatrox is really the MVP for me here, and there are a few factors to discuss here. So first of all, let's just do this challenge again. I want to show you guys something real quick. So one thing that made this work really well for me is that having choke points. So when you place these 2 units like that, what happens is that after they maximize their block, if I'm not wrong, what happens is units will actually walk to the center instead. So that creates that choke point, and for Valkyra to dish out all the damage here. Of course, talent assists Volca from time to time because Volca is not that tanky, right? So that's fine. But having those units come into this choke point really allows Aatrox to dish out all the damage. So I think that's one thing to take in mind. So that's one tip, you know, the choke point. And Valkyra is pretty insane. I'm not sure if you guys have seen rankings wise, she's always at the top. You're gonna see her in almost every single lineup, except for this guy, but this guy has Adia, so screw him. He probably doesn't need Valkyra. Yeah. And then this guy has Valkyra as well, and you can see I'm whopping 156 million damage. Mine doesn't even come close. Just 68 million. This guy, pretty well is... Okay, look at this. Whopping 200 million almost. This guy as well. You can start to see the patterns, right? And I think my talent doesn't have max skill up, so that's a pity. If not, he can dish so much more damage, obviously. And he does have control with his ultimate as well. So you can see, you're starting to see a pattern as to why Valkyra is, you know, one of the MVPs here. And I say that she's a vital part of my strategy. That's because in her last skill, you know, where she revives, you know, one ally, I think this is really crucial. It's something that, you know, really brings out Aatrox for that one more bit. And you know, in case you guys didn't know, Aatrox actually increases his damage each time he dies. So I believe that death that he goes through actually oh sorry, it's the talent. Yeah, cannot be healed, revival time is greatly reduced, and you know, increases damage by 5%, stacking up to 3 times. So that just makes sure that you know we get Aatrox up even earlier. As you can see, he dies quite late into the wave. He doesn't die until quite later on. So having that extra revival uptime just, you know, boosts his damage tremendously, at least from my experience. And Valkyra herself also does quite a bit of damage. There are a couple of changes I did. So these are her skill ups that I had from default. I didn't use any skill crystals on her. And I did slap the Eye of Sin artifact on her instead. I realized that, you know, this does a lot better compared to like the Lawless Blade, because I have to put her one tile behind in that case. Or, you know, the Void Gazer, which is now called the Realm Tear. I felt that this didn't work as well as having Eye of Sin instead. So yeah, that's like, you know, the main things that I want to talk about. Gears wise, let's have a look, right? Gun is not in anything fancy. I've just slapped on the sets that have the most defense for him. So yeah, this is how it worked out. And I think damage wise is not dealing out a lot, but is really tanky. And then Cerberus, her set Annihilating Might just to bring up that crit damage because he has freaking high attack from this side of his gear already. And then on the other hand, skills wise, this is what I have, not the best. Maxed out passives and the basic attack, which yeah, I really hate it. And then artifacts wise, obviously we have to put the Soul Drainer, now called the Lunacy Visor, just to make sure that he survives a bit longer. And that's the same for Aatrox. Lunacy Visor. I only have 2 copies of this, unfortunately. I would really want to skill them up to use it for Immortal Codex as well as AoE Arena. And then Calamity set with a Ageless Rough set that I have. So this is the only full Ageless Rough set I have at the moment. And then Talon is on the Soulbound Arcana set. Borrowed this from who is it? Salazar actually. So crit rate is a bit over the top, attack speed as well, but I think it's alright for what it is. And artifacts wise, it's the Realm Tear, which does more damage, you know, the more tiles are ahead of him. And then Valkyra, we've already seen, so she is holding my Silas's set. Attack speed is a bit overtuned, but you can see that everything else is pretty nice. And artifact wise, I mentioned Eye of Sin. And then Volca, she's A3, nothing too fancy, but I've just placed her in because of her passive actually. So you can see that, yeah, each basic attack launched by her restores 7% HP, and each basic attack launched by allies restores 1% HP. I think that does help quite a bit when she is, you know, placed into the lineup, especially if you want to run Abomination at the front of the fence instead. So I've seen people with, you know, crazy Volcas, like, you know, with maxed out skills doing really well, but I don't have that. I just use her as a, you know, blocking mechanism, but that has worked so far for me. So yeah, I mean, that's it for the full video. Just wanted to, you know, showcase the thought process, the strategy that went behind it. I can see Volca heals really a lot, and you know, Aatrox as well from Lunacy Visor. So that's it for the video, guys. I hope this helps you to get to SS Plus. I mean, if you have gone, even better, but if you don't, I think what I've mentioned about, you know, choking units and, you know, getting Valkyra lined up with someone that benefits from the revival, I think those are all good pointers that you should take note of. But other than that, that's pretty much all that I have. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below. And you know, feel free to leave a like or subscribe to support the channel. And I'll see you in the next one, and all the best for Immortal Codex. Goodbye.